Traders, today we're going to be talking about the one trading pattern or chart pattern that changed my trading forever. This is pretty much the only chart pattern I'll ever talk about on the channel or advocate for because it is really that good. I've tried many different chart patterns and like head and shoulders and inverse splits and all this other stuff. It makes no sense to me. This is the one that makes sense. It's extremely profitable, has a very high win rate, and it's very profitable. So in this video, I'll talk about this specific trade that I made, entered over here and sold over here. Made over 21,000 on this trade. So we're going to explain everything about it, what the chart pattern is, how you can copy it every single day. Let's begin. So let's go over my broker statement. So this year was 2023. I turned 13K into 480. And this year was 2024. I turned 480 into 1.2 million. So let's get into the video. So first, let's talk about the things that you have to avoid, right? Because there's a bunch of things you can do, but there's also a bunch of things that you need to avoid. So the first thing that I would say is to avoid this type of stuff. This picture over here, you need to avoid this. There's so many people that like promise you like chart pattern like textbooks and stuff, and I even have friends like what they do is they print this stuff out on like A4 sheets of paper and they tape it above their desk because what they think is like, okay, I'm gonna be trading tomorrow and I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna see a pattern on the paper and I look down at my monitor and it's gonna be the exact same pattern, and because it's the exact same pattern, I'm gonna buy and then I'm gonna make a shit ton of money and we're all gonna get rich. You're living in a fantasy if you think that's true. Like, yes, these chart pattern cheat sheets, they can definitely help. But what doesn't help is memorizing like 50 different ones, which don't even work half the time. And if they do work, it's like not that profitable. Like to me, it would only make sense to just like look through all of these and identify like the one and then maybe two, maybe three patterns that actually work. And more importantly, give you a lot of profit. Because some of these ones are like reversal ones, and like the stock going down over here, you buy over here, stocks go up a little bit, you sell, then it goes down. Like this doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather just find the one which makes the most sense, is super simple, it's common, it's super easy to understand. You enter it, it goes up a lot, and then you sell. That's like the one that I'd rather do. So don't do this thing where you print out this like textbook full of A4 papers of like chart pattern, print it on your print it and like tape it on your wall and start memorizing it. Like, okay, once I see a red candle with the yellow and then this volume indicator, like it's complete trash. It's not gonna make you any money. I swear to you right now, it's not gonna make you any money. So don't be doing that. They're extremely useless. They're extremely useless. Like I don't know a single successful trader that has a chart patterns taped on their walls. I really don't. None of the serious traders that I know do. So don't be doing this because they're completely useless. If you're gonna memorize a chart pattern, it should be the one I'm gonna explain this video because it's simple, it works, etc. Right? The second thing is it's impossible. It's genuinely impossible. Like the chances of you finding a setup where all of these criteria are like, look at this. Look, it's like you need the stock to go up first, then you need to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all in like this diagonal format with these two things connecting. Then it needs to break this thing, go back up to the same diagonal, and that's when you enter and it goes like, what even is this? Like, I swear to God, this is never gonna happen in a chart ever. Like the exact thing is never gonna happen in a chart. Whereas the pattern we're gonna talk about now, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Any time frame. Look at the daily time frame, it happens. Look at the weekly time frame, it happens. Minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 10-second time frame, it's happening. It's happening all the time. This type of stuff is not happening all the time. It doesn't make any sense, right? So it's impossible to like memorize something and then the exact same thing happens on your monitor. It's impossible. So you should even try it. And the last thing I want to say is it's just completely unrealistic. Like you can't memorize 50 different patterns and trade them all super well. It doesn't make any sense. It's way better to just find one chart pattern that you understand, that's highly profitable, that happens a lot, master it instead of trying to master 50 others. You know what I mean? So like that's the first thing I want to say. Just completely avoid this whole like chart pattern, like textbook thing, printing it on your walls. Completely avoid that. I'm telling you right now, it's a massive waste of your time. You're better off learning literally just one chart pattern, which we're going to talk about in this video, mastering it super well. So now let's talk about the chart pattern. But before that, quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle. It includes a free course, has ebooks inside, a trade tracker, Notion template gift, and there's so much more. Click the first link in the description to go check it out. It's completely free. So now let's reveal the chart pattern. So drum roll please everybody, 3, 2, 1. It is the bull flag. Super simple. Half of you probably clicked off this video because like, oh, I've heard of that one before. It didn't work out. Listen, I'm gonna explain how to do it. People people love to overcomplicate things. It makes no sense. I'm gonna make it super simple in this video so you can understand what it is and start using it ASAP. So first off, like I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. This picture was taken from Warrior Trading, amazing YouTuber. You can check him out, really good guy. But anyway, the way the bull flag works is very simple. You have this green candle over here where it's an initial like massive surge up, right? Price goes up, and then we start seeing these red candles making the price go down. Now I'm trying to use like basic language, like big boy language. So then we see the price going down. Now price is going down because people are taking profit, right? So people bought, let's say down over here, price went up, and now they just decide to sell. So because they're selling, the price is going down, down. That's all that's happening. Then we see like price is going down, but you can see it starts slowing down. These first two candles, this one, candle 1 and candle 2, are kind of big, right? They're kind of big red candles. But the third candle is very small. You can start to see that people are still profit taking, meaning the price is going down, but to a lesser extent. The first two are like massive profit taking candles. The third one's kind of like meh, like it's going down, but it's whatever. You want to be entering on the next candle that breaks the previous one's high. So you can see over here, the previous candle's high is this point right over here. This is the previous red candle's high right over here. You want to be entering when the next candle breaks this. So we have this level over here, which is the high of the previous red candle. We want this green candle to open, we want it to go up, and as soon as it breaks the previous red candles open, when it gets like about this level, that's exactly when we want to enter, right? So we would enter at this price level right over here. Then the price shoots up, it goes up, it can go down, whatever, boom, 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 but eventually it should end up going up for another leg up. So that's the whole idea. The whole idea is we're not buying at the top over here, we're not doing anything stupid, we're not buying at all-time highs, we're not doing any of this stuff. We're gonna wait for the price to go up, it then goes down, and then as it's going down, as it's curling back up, and as soon as it confirms that it's curled back up, that's exactly when we buy right over here. Then price shoots up and we sell. As simple it is. This I can tell you right now from years of trading, different patterns and all this stuff. A, it's the simplest chart pattern, and the second, it's like one of the highest win rate ones, right? Because you have all these different ones, head and shoulders, all this stuff. I don't even understand any of this stuff. It just seems like a big mess to me. This was one of the most simplest to understand, and at the same time, it also has a high win rate. Because logically it makes sense, right? Imagine you have a stock going up like this. Then naturally it's going to go down because that's how the market works. All we're doing is we're buying it for the next leg up. But instead of buying it like over here at all-time highs, we're buying it like at this price over here. So as it's going back up, we're pretty sure it's going to continue going back up. That's exactly when we buy. So it logically makes sense, right? All these other indicator chart patterns are like, okay, when the stock does this movement over here, and there's this line mapped with this line, and there's this inverse, and there's this trend line over here, that's when we want to sell. And like, what the hell is this? It doesn't make any sense to me. To me, this makes sense, and it's logical, and it's very easy to spot on the chart, because that's another thing that nobody talks about. People talk about these complex, weird indicators with all these like different diagonal lines, but how can you spot this on the chart? It doesn't make any sense. This is super easy to spot on the chart. It's like, okay, we have a green candle, we have a red candle, we have red candle, and then when this red candle beats the previous one's high, that's when we buy. It's so simple. It makes sense. It's so beginner friendly. You know what I mean? So that's what the bull flag is. Now let's talk about how we can apply the bull flag to the strategy that we trade. So now let's talk about the 4 steps of integrating the bull flag into the strategy that we trade. So the first thing that we do every single morning is we find volatile stocks. This is the same as always. We need to find stocks that are moving, we need to find stocks that have potential, and we want to enter bull flag entries on those specific stocks. We don't want to be trading Apple or Nvidia, none of that makes any sense. They're not going to make any moves. We want to find the stocks that are already making moves, extremely volatile, and trade them. The second thing we do is we have to choose one of them. So we have a whole list. Let's say we have a list of 5 or 10 stocks that are moving, they're extremely volatile. We want to choose just one of them, right? We're not going to be trading 2 or 3 stocks in a day. We're literally just going to be choosing one of them and trading that specific one. So that's the second step. And the third step is obviously to buy it on a bull flag, and the fourth step is to sell. That's simple it is. So let's go through the steps, step by step in detail. Let's get it. So step number 1 is to obviously find the volatile stocks. So you want to go to a stock screener, doesn't matter which one, just find a stock screener, and you want to find the top gappers for that specific morning. On this morning, you can see that we have these gappers. We can see that the gap percentage is over here, and we have the ticker over here, right? All we want to do is we want to sort for the gap, and we want to find a stock gapping up with a minimum of a 20% gap. From years of trading the strategy, I've learned that if a stock is gapping up less than 20%, it's not going to do anything, right? If a stock is gapping up like 5%, it's really not going to make a move. We need stocks to be gapping up way more, like 20% minimum, for them to even make a move, right? So that's step number 1. Done, super simple. You have the stocks, you move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is the watch list. So you want to go through each one of these, you want to go through their pre-market charts and you want to analyze them, right? So for example, this stock we can see is the first one, RBNE, right? We can see the stock chart for it over here. Pre-market, you see breaking news comes out and it instantly starts ripping up, right? It goes down and you can literally see a bull flag in front of you. You can see the green candles, the two red ones, and as soon as it breaks the previous one's high right over here, that's when we enter. It goes up and up and up and up. So you can see this, right? It's super simple. We've already seen a bull flag within the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the stock going up. Like that's how simple it is, right? No head and shoulders and big trend lines and none of this stuff. Super simple. Step number 3 is obviously the buy. So we're gonna wait for the stock to open. Once market opens, we wanna let it fizzle out and make all its moves, and then we wanna eventually wait for a bull flag, and then that's exactly when we wanna buy. So you can see the first few minutes, I took another trade, but this is another type of trade that I take. Then we can see the stock went up, and you can see there's a bull flag over here. I didn't take this bull flag because it's super high already. We can see this is near all-time highs. All-time highs for the stock is right over here. So entering over here would not make me very confident. This is very close to all-time highs. I'm not going to take that, right? Then we see the stock go down, 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 down. Eventually it bounces off VWAP, which is good because that tells me the stock has support. And you can see it starts going up and up and up and up. Then you can see the stock start to go up and up and up. We have the 2 green candles we talked about. Then we have a red candle. So all we need to do now is we need to wait for the next candle to break the previous red candle's high. So you can see it goes up and up and up. Eventually it breaks the previous one's high. And that is exactly when I enter. As soon as I can see that it's broke the previous one's high, that's exactly when I enter. Super simple. Now let's move on to step 4. Step 4 is obviously the sell. So you can see I bought it right as it broke the high of the previous red candle. I rode this big move up. And as we hit this level over here, I was like, okay, it's enough. We're approaching this big resistance zone over here. I'm going to sell. And that's exactly where I sold. So this whole trade altogether from all the trades, it made me over 21 grand. And I take these types of trades every single day. So now let's look at a real 21,000 trade example, a live recording of me taking the trade, and you see the price action, you see everything. Let's look at that. So I'm going to be playing a live recording of me taking this trade. So let's press play. So you see the stock is going up, it went down. All I'm doing now is I'm waiting for there to be a bull flag. So we have these 2 green candles and we have a massive red candle. I'm going to wait for this candle to go up, break the previous one's high, and as soon as it breaks the previous one's high, that's when I'm going to be looking to enter. Right? So we can see it's red for now, whatever. I'm going to skip a few seconds. So we can see it starts going up and up and up and up. Slowly it's making its way up. And that is exactly when I enter right over there. Now you might be asking, you told us to enter on the high of the previous candle. Why are you entering this low? The reason I'm entering this low is because I'm entering in anticipation of the break of the previous high, right? This is more of an advanced technique. I wouldn't recommend this to like beginners, but because I'm pretty confident that this candle is going to break the previous candle's high, I'm entering a little bit beforehand. And if I enter a little bit beforehand, I'm going to get an extra couple of percentage points in there at the end. You know what I mean? So that's kind of it. But again, same thing as usual. We're going to wait and you can see, boom, it straight away goes up, breaks the high, and that's where you would want to be entering. But because I'm already in, right? So let's see what happens. It's kind of chilling there for a little bit. I'm going to skip a few seconds because it doesn't really do much. Eventually we see this new candle, it starts going up and up and up. Perfect. Again, for me, mentally, I'm looking to sell around about this area over here, because this would be the resistance point. But again, I'm just holding this. It's making a nice move. Look at this. It's so easy and like terrific. I love this pattern. It goes up, it goes up. I'm loving this. I'm already up a little bit. You can see it goes up and up. It goes down a bit. It shoots right back up. So you can see like, and this is why I love the pattern so much, because it's so easy to spot on the chart. It's just like a bunch of colors. Like you're just waiting for a bunch of colors to happen in a specific order, and then you sell. Like that's how simple it is, right? So anyway, waiting for this, you can see it's climbing higher and higher and higher. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Then we have this candle. I think I hold for most of this candle. I think, yeah. I hold for this candle. It makes a new high. We're still holding. It goes up again. I'm still holding. And then when this candle opens, I can see there's a bit of profit taking happening. I'm already up a lot, so that's exactly where I sell. And the entire live recording of that trade, including this one over here as well, is in the thedrakoroom in the community, along with all of my other trades that I've taken this year. Let me show you what the thedrakoroom is. So these are just some wins from the community. We get wins like this all the time from people trading the same strategy. It's super profitable. When you join the thedrakoroom, you get access to a couple of things. You get access to my daily watch list. I literally tell you guys the stock that I'm going to be trading that day. You get access to all of my trade reviews, my live reviews, everything. There's a full course. You get access to me, and there's so much more in the Discord. You get 100+ trade review videos. You get live trades. You get month reviews. You get all these videos as well. So if you guys do want to join the thedrakoroom, email me right now at this email right over here to join. I'm going to be closing the group pretty soon to just focus on the members inside. So if you guys do want to join, email me at that email. If you guys want to watch a video where I explain the only gap trading video you'll ever need to see, click the video that just popped up on the top right. As always guys, like, subscribe, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.